Morning, guys. This is Bruce. I am on my way to Northside Aquatics in Elkhart, and I'm going to be asking the question on this beautiful Saturday morning: do you prefer more fish tanks or bigger fish tanks? That's an interesting question. Sure, it's a matter of personal choice, but take a listen and see if any of these reasons might match up with yours. Feel free to leave your thoughts below. Appreciate it. See you guys. All right, guys, appreciate you sticking with me. Just want to tell you a little bit before we get to customer interviews about why this question came about. As I had stopped by Northside during the week, and again, Northside Aquatics in Elkhart, folks, if you haven't been there, you owe it to yourself to stop. Freshwater and saltwater fish, all kinds of tanks, equipment, just all kinds of stuff. So but anyways, that being said, oh, yep, and they have plants too. So if you have ponds, there you go, and all the supplies you need for them. But even though I'm speeding through this, I did want to show you that they have a lot of used tanks. They have a lot of new tanks. When they take tanks in trade, they certainly test things, and then based on their experience, they reseal them as needed so they can provide you with warranties. And you can just check with them on how that all works. But again, new and used. If they don't have it, chances are they can get it for you. But I noticed there was just a ton of different kinds of tanks and out and around, and we started talking, what do people do? Do they have, typically people like to get more tanks, or do they trade in and get a bigger tank, or exactly, how does that work? So I thought it would be fun, and I stopped in and talked to some of his really just great customers that come in here and shop. By the way, look at all these lights they have in the storage area. We'll look at more stock that they have tanks in there in a minute. But here we go. Take a listen to what these customers have to say about their answer. More or larger? We're with a couple of folks and we're asking that question. Do you prefer a bigger fish tank or a more quantity? And by that, let's use the example. Let's say you had a 20-gallon tank. Time to get another tank. Are you going to get a bigger one, trade in that 20, or are you going to keep them both and just end up having multiple tanks?
We keep them.
Yeah,
because you never know.
Yeah, me too.
I got a little 3-gallon tank. All I do is grow plants in it.
Nice.
So yeah. Oh yeah.
So how many tanks do you have right now? Are you
Six.
Nice. Are you running saltwater or freshwater or both?
We're in the midst of working with saltwater, but we're still trying to figure out how it works.
We just started. We've got a saltwater tank curing right now, getting the water ready.
All right. So now, okay. How about you? Are you? Well, if you could get a big tank, would you get a big tank, something like this big thing here, or?
If I knew my fish were going to a safe home, I would totally get a bigger tank.
Yeah, very good. All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Thanks, guys. What's your personal opinion? Do you like more fish tanks, or do you prefer bigger fish tanks?
I would say bigger fish tank.
All right. So if you had one 20-gallon tank and you would just upsize, you wouldn't keep the smaller tank?
Oh.
Good question.
I still think bigger.
Okay, very good. Do you mind if I ask how many tanks do you have now?
One.
And are you saltwater or
Yes.
freshwater?
Salt.
Okay, great. All right, well, hey, thanks for taking part.
Thank you.
Keep them.
It's funny you mention it. I think I'm going through it right now because
Oh,
I started
nice.
out with a 29-gallon and
Nice.
thought, oh wait, I'm gonna need something for some smaller fish. And now I have a 10-gallon running alongside that. I'm like, and recently I had males and females in that 10-gallon, and they just recently had babies.
Oh, of course.
I'm like, okay, now I have too many fish in that 10-gallon. I'm gonna remove the males. They're all now sitting in a 1-gallon.
Oh.
They're all small guppies, so
Yeah.
they'll be all right for a minute. Because I, of course, plan on bringing them back together for more fish.
Absolutely. So basically, you're going to go with more tanks, not necessarily bigger, but
yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
It's just I like having more tanks at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm thinking in the future I would like to move to a bigger tank, like maybe, as you said, like a 125 or a 150. Move all my small fish into that, so that way I can get them out of those cramped tanks and just let them swim freely, along with maybe some plants.
Nice.
Get a plant system, like a CO2 system set up.
Yeah.
Just because it's a shame, because with bigger tanks there's more you can work with and more you can do, but with smaller tanks I can keep more fish, like just different varieties of them.
Bigger variety, yeah.
It's just a hard question that I believe that everyone in this hobby faces.
Absolutely. Well, and that's why I'm asking, because it's been a lot of fun, and I appreciate your thoughts on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, on to your 20. What do you prefer, more tanks or bigger
I
tanks?
say bigger tanks.
Bigger tanks.
I can get more fish in there and watch them all interact and so forth.
Nice. Now, what do you got now?
Right now, I got a 125,
Nice.
6 foot long.
Oh, nice.
But just put my first fish in this weekend.
Oh, hey, nothing wrong with that. What? And is that's salt? You said, or
Yeah, saltwater.
Yeah, saltwater. Cool. I saw you looking at the salt, so I assume so.
Yeah.
All right. So now, next question then becomes, when the time comes and that 120 isn't big enough, what are you going to do? You going to go a bigger tank, or you just going to get another one?
I might get another one for a different part of the house.
Yeah.
Smaller, maybe a quarter
This comes
tank.
from me. I got 12 tanks.
Okay.
I've maintained it, so there's no wrong answer. But hey, I appreciate your opinion today.
Hey, no problem.
Thanks.
Thanks.
All right. Here we have another young lady, and I just wanted to ask her. Let's say you had like a 20-gallon aquarium at home, and you're thinking, boy, it's time to get another tank. Are you most likely to get another tank and keep that 20, or do you think you might get a bigger tank?
Probably a bigger tank.
Bigger tank? Yeah. What do you have now? Do you mind if I ask?
I have a 10-gallon tank.
Nice. So if time comes and you're like, boy, I like my fish so much, you would go to like a 29 or a 20, and would you then get rid of that 10-gallon tank and just have one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that because of room? Because or just the time or the maintenance, or just want to take care of one tank?
Take care of one tank and don't have the time or space to take care of
Yeah, I hear you. That's it takes a lot coming out. All right. Well, hey, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Hey, all right. So we got some more folks here, and any of you feel free to answer. Let's say you had a 20-gallon tank, just one, and time comes you're ready to do something. Are you going to get another tank and keep both of them, or are you going to get a bigger tank? What do you think?
I'm going to say to the wife that I'm just going to get the bigger tank, and I'm going to end up keeping them all.
Oh, a man after my own heart.
You need a
Yes.
specialty tank. You can have all sorts of reasons why you need more than just one.
Yeah, exactly. What do you have now, if you don't mind my asking?
Oh, I got an 80 going. I have 115 in the wings waiting.
Nice.
I got a 29 BioCube. I got a 14 BioCube, and I got a 6 on the BioCube.
So you have multi-tank syndrome. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too. Good for you. Good for you.
Recommended for all Americans.
Yes, exactly. How about you? If you could only have one tank, what size would it be?
A bigger one.
Yeah. Because you could have more fish, or because you like bigger fish?
We want to get a shark.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. All right, guys. Well, thank you very
No
much
problem.
for your time. Question is, do you prefer bigger tanks or more tanks?
I prefer bigger tanks. I got a 125 and a 180. Might be going to a 250 next.
Oh, nice. So let me ask you this: if you get the 250, are you going to try and do everything you can to hold on to the other ones, or are they going to get traded in or sold? Or
So my 125 is a freshwater, and the 180 is a saltwater.
Nice.
The 180 would probably get moved up to the 250, and then the 180 would probably go by the wayside.
nice, yeah. It's a lot of that's a lot of salt to be taken care of. So yeah, cool. Well, I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
All right. Well, first of all, if you're on the video, I want to thank you very much for your time. People were really extremely friendly. And like me, they're passionate about their fish and their aquariums. And you know what? That's why they go to Northside, because they like the service, they like the prices, they like the help that they get. And again, thanks very much, folks, for talking to me today. Now, I just wanted to show you real quickly here. This is just some more equipment, tanks, filters, everything you need they have. And again, keep in mind, look at those big, beautiful barrel lights. Boy, I tell you, somebody could do something nice with those. So anyways, lots of tanks inside the warehouse area too. So there's a nice reptile tank. We have new and used. And again, I say, as I said before, if you don't see it, ask. And if they don't have it, they will certainly do their best to try and get it for you. So there you go, guys. Again, Thanks for staying with me. Thanks for talking to me today, folks. And here's Randy and Adam talking about their thoughts.
Here we are with the owner. I'm going to ask him the same question. Personally, what do you prefer, more tanks or just larger tanks? So if you were going to go from one, 20 gallon and decide to upgrade, are you going to get yourself another one, or are you going to replace it with a bigger tank and just get rid of the small one?
I would say larger tanks. We've had a record sales on larger tanks this year. Tanks in general have sold incredibly well, but I would definitely say larger tanks. Adam, what do you think?
Uh-oh. Moving over to Adam.
Say yes, more bigger tanks.
More tanks and bigger tanks? Or, so what would you take? Two 120 gallon tanks or 20 29s?
I'd say the 220 gallons.
Yeah?
Just because I don't have the free time to maintain.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and that's part of the reason I'm asking the question is get those opinions. Is it better to have more free time, but to have your own shed aquarium in your house? And I guess that's probably right in these times of COVID why people are getting those big tanks. It's nice to sit home and watch them.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I think a lot of it hinges on the COVID. People are home more, and it is just something to do at home. If you can't get out, or afraid to get out, or whatever, it's something you can sit down at home and enjoy. It's relaxing. Again, it's really the individual's their individual taste.
Yeah, their preference.
They have, more tanks, more smaller tanks. It takes time. Do you have that amount of time? Bigger tanks, maintenance. Really depends on your schedule. Do you have room, or do you have the capabilities? Your house able to hold a 200-gallon tank on the main floor?
Yeah, very true. Very true.
So yeah, it really, really depends on what your specific needs or wants are.
Yeah. Well,
All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please visit the folks at Northside Aquatics, and thanks again to the folks who took the time to stop and talk to me today. Appreciate you.